What's up, you guys? Back for the next installment. It's your boy Shock. Today, back at you with another Crimson Rampage reveals. We got the entire kit for Katsuki Bakugo. We're gonna go through all the cards, the attacks, the foundations, talk about how this affects the resource symbols that they're on, how it affects the format at large, and also we got a new play restriction on a couple of these cards. What does it mean? What's going on? Let's jump right in. Now, first up, we have Brutal Explosion. It is a 4 difficulty with a 3 control check. The 1 mid block modifier, very nice. It's a 3 high for 4 damage, but that's about to get buffed. Now, to that effect, we have a Fury, a powerful 1, and a combo Fury attack. Now, this does have a new restriction on it. You see the death symbol next to combo enhance. If you guys have looked closely at your plus ultras, you'll notice that plus ultra also has the white UA symbol next to its enhance. What that means is your character card must hold that symbol. Your deck doesn't have to be on that symbol, but your character must at least hold it. So in this case, in Brutal Explosion, your character must have a death icon on the card in its resource pool in order for you to use this combo enhance. It says if this attack deals damage, your rival destroys 1 foundation. It also has enhance. If your rival has 3 or more face down foundations, this attack gets +2 speed. So you gotta think right there, most of the time you're gonna be able to use that second enhance and be able to get this attack to 5 high for 4 before you have to do anything foundation wise. If this is coming off of a long lasting explosion, then this is going to be an 8 high for 4, that if your opponent doesn't fully block, if it deals any damage at all, then you're going to be able to destroy 1 foundation at will. That sounds nice in that situation. However, this card just isn't as good as other options you have in the format, other Fury attacks, Turn to Dust. If you want to go with Monster Blast, if you're really trying to destroy your opponent's foundations, things like that, much easier to get to that destruction effect other ways. So not the greatest attack first up. Now, next up, we have Detonation Launcher. It is a 5 difficulty with a 3 control check. Now, it has a 2 block modifier in the high range. Very nice to see that. Blockless high attacks is very important in the format today. It is a 4 speed in the low range and a 5 damage. So this is going to be a kind of a difficult attack to fully block just by the virtue of it being a low attack. Now, it has powerful 1 to go with its Fury and ranged stats. It also has enhance. Flip 1 foundation face down. If your next attack is a high, add the top card of your deck to your momentum. If your next attack is a mid, your rival flips 1 ready foundation face down. So this is kind of another version of that Bakugo attack that I know about. Long-lasting explosion. It's really not as good, to be honest. If you're a Bakugo player, if you just like Bakugo and you're grabbing his cards, you're playing that kind of game with Bakugo 1, you want to fill up your momentum because you're using a lot of powerful enhances. So the ability to play a high attack and immediately get that momentum that you're going to burn off for more damage is enticing. However, there's just not much to write home about this card. Now we have Finishing Blast, a rare where we start getting into some more powerful stuff here. We have a 4 difficulty with a 3 control check. You love seeing the 4 diffs on the attacks. 2 block modifier in the mid range, a very nice block modifier. Now it is Fury and ranged to go with a lot of those things that happen in the fire resource pool specifically. And then we have powerful 2 and combo Fury. Now the combo enhance states your rival flips 1 ready foundation face down, and enhance, if you have played this attack's powerful ability, it gets +2 speed. So it's like powerful slash EX2 with that. If you burn 1 momentum, this becomes a 5 mid for 6 damage. Some very respectable numbers right there. And you're gonna get to flip 1 of your opponent's foundations down for free. That's a pretty strong effect, nothing game breaking, but this is definitely a card to look at. Rounding out Bakugo's last attack, we have Howitzer Impact Cyclone, the ultra rare. It is a 5 difficulty with a 3 control check. 2 block in the low range, giving those low blocks a little love. This is a Fury and a Slam, so this is one of the few slams we have in the format to this point. Now it is a 3 high speed for 6 damage. A lot of damage, little bit of speed. Remember that in a second. Now this has powerful 3 and it has combo Fury. The combo enhanced states add the top card of your deck to your momentum. So you're getting a momentum for free and you're basically just using that for powerful 3. So this is basically a 3 high for 9, more than a little bit of the time you're playing it. Now we also have Enhance, destroy 1 foundation, draw 1 card for each of your momentum. Going in line with Bakugo's theme, destroying his own resources to get the resources that you really want. Destroying face down foundations probably to get cards in your hand and continue the aggression. Now, if you're gonna run a card like this, you need to have something to up that speed, or stuns, which Fury has plenty of, but something to get over your opponent's defenses to make sure you can pass this attack. Evil Gaze, Nervous Habit, things like that. Something that can make sure this attack lands, because this is gonna hurt if it hits. Now, turning over to Bakugo's foundations, we start off with a very artistically appropriate card, Forcing Surrender. It is a 1 difficulty with a 5 control check. 2 block modifier in the low range, very nice numbers all around there. It has response. Flip this card face down. After you play a combo ability, your rival discards 1 momentum. Very strong if your opponent is in a momentum focused deck. Also, it has Enhance. Flip this card face down, discard 1 non-attack card from either player's card pool. Now, that can be very strong, obviously, if your opponent is Tokoyami, as you see in the picture, and they play Dark Shadow Ruin, followed up by a Summon Dark Shadow. You can enhance, remove the Summon Dark Shadow from the card pool. They'll still get the +3 to their next check, but they won't have the +1 speed, +1 damage. So Dark Shadow Ruin cannot then use his enhance to stun 1 and get +3 damage. So that is very concerning for a Tokoyami player. It can be used all around, of course, to lower your progressive difficulty if you have actions in the card pool, things like that. Next up, we have Internship with Best Genist. It is a 0 diff, love the spammable 0 diffs, but this card ain't spammable. With a 5 control check, it is a 3 block in the mid range. So not the greatest numbers as far as the block modifier, but some very solid numbers aside from that. Now into the effect, this says if your character has an earth symbol, you can use this response. Discard the top card of your deck, and after you play this card, your rival flips 1 foundation. Now, about the most effective way I could think of to play this card would be with Deku 2, who allows you to play foundations like this, kind of spam them as you're checking cards, so you can continuously flip your opponent's cards face down without having to actually play this thing out again and again. You're going to be committing your opponent's you're going to be flipping face down your opponent's committed foundations, because that's just the most logical thing to happen most of the time. So you're not going to be flipping the most important foundations, meaning this card doesn't have that much power. You're going to want to use a card like Apathetic or something like that that gives you the choice of which foundation you want to flip down more than a card like this. Now on to Self-Propulsion, a 2 diff with a 5 control, 3 block in the high range, some average stats from that perspective, nothing to write home about. Now it has response. After a combo, fury, or powerful attack deals damage, add this card to your momentum. So you're going to take Self-Propulsion, put it face down, and put it into your momentum. Now that's not really the greatest of effects, to be honest. You're again going along with the Bakugo theme, destroying your in-play assets to build other ones. that foster aggression, foster the momentum, foster the hand size to get more attacks to come at your opponent. So this doesn't really strike me as something that's going to be too viable. I've looked at the characters. I don't see a character I would use this with, but hey, in the future, this might make its way into the format another time. Now we round out with a card that isn't that bad. Tutoring Kirishima. It is a 2 diff with a 5 control check, 3 block modifier in the mid range. Again, nothing to write home about, nothing special. However, it has 2 abilities. I'm going to read them in reverse. First, it has enhance. Flip this card face down. Your powerful attack gets +3 damage. So you can use that, and then later on you can use response. Remove this card from the game. After this card enters your discard pile during the enhanced step, your rival flips 1 foundation. So this card can be face down, get discarded to the discard pile, and then you will remove it from the game, and your opponent will have to choose 1 foundation to flip face down. That's a pretty good effect, especially when you're running a deck, if you're running Bakugo or if you're running Shigaraki, things that destroy your own foundations. It's going to be pretty good to be able to boost your attacks, get that damage off, and get some more value later on. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks so much for making it to the end of the video. As always, I really do appreciate it. I did change my sound settings, I upgraded my setup. I'm gonna have to burn a couple of videos getting the EQ levels perfectly where I want them. Gonna be listening in. Please let me know down in the comments if you think my voice is great, if you think it's trash, whatever you got. I'm always open to criticism. Smash that like button, get subscribed, ring the bell so you never miss another video, and I'll see you in the next one.